Gaming, a media full of entertainment. Today, there are many people who has played at least one game in their life. Either it has been a simple game or complex like current 3D games. Video games has been around since 1971, starting with one of the first commercial game, Pong, a simple game with a dot and two lines. Today, video games have grown so complex that they have become so realistic and futuristic. Over the years, video games has been released on several types of systems: arcades, PCs, home consoles, and handheld devices, which many people own. There are many different genres in video games: RPGs, MMORPGs, action-adventure, horror, FPS, novel adventure, and many more. The first generation of video games started from 1971 to 1977. In this era, the famous Pong and Tetris was released. The second generation started from 1976 to 1984. Video game released were the Atari 2600, ColecoVision, and Nintendo's Game & Watch. Many great and well-known games were released like Asteroids, Breakout, Donkey Kong, Frogger, Mario Brothers, Space Invaders, and Pac-Man. The third generation started from 1983 to 1992, and it is known as the 8-bit era. In this era, Nintendo released the NES and Sega Master System. Also, many famous video game franchises started in this era like Super Mario Bros., Final Fantasy, The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Mega Man, Castlevania, Bomberman, and Sonic the Hedgehog. The fourth generation started from 1987 to 1996, also known as the 16-bit era. In this era, the SNES, Game Boy, Sega Genesis, and Sega Game Gear were released. Several famous video game franchises started in this era like Kirby, Star Fox, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and several franchises from previous generations had sequels. The fifth generation started from 1993 to 2002, also known as the 32 and 64-bit era. In this era, video games has become powerful enough to produce 3D graphics. The major home console releases include the N64, Game Boy Color, Sony PlayStation, and Sega Saturn. Many famous video game franchises started in this era like Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and Pokemon. Also, several video game franchises from previous generation had sequels. The sixth generation started from 1998 to 2006. In this era, video game graphics has improved dramatically and the start of online console gaming had begun. The major home console releases are Nintendo GameCube, Game Boy Advance, Sony PlayStation 2, Microsoft Xbox, and Sega Dreamcast. Several famous video game franchises started in this era including Halo, Soul Calibur, Kingdom Hearts, and many more. The seventh generation started from 2004 to present, also known as current gen consoles, which include an upgraded console version from the previous generation like the Nintendo Wii, Nintendo DS, Sony PlayStation 3, PSP, and Microsoft Xbox 360. Over the years, several franchises have survived time with many games currently featuring them, with many more to come.
My favorite video game franchise would have to be Mario. He has appeared in many games. My favorite retro Mario game would have to be Super Mario Bros. 3. I used to play this game a lot with my brother where he would play as Mario and me as Luigi. In this game, there's a raccoon suit that enables the character to fly, but how can a raccoon fly? Especially a person wearing a costume. My favorite video game system would have to be the Nintendo DS because there are a lot of quick games where you can stop at any time and because it's portable. My favorite series on the Nintendo DS would have to be the Ace Attorney series. It's a novel game adventure with a great story and many unique characters. I can't remember when I started playing video games, or the first video game I ever played, but I have played several of the first games that ever came out. I play video games after I do my schoolwork, and I usually play for hours because once I start playing, I lose track of time.